What is going on, guys? The showcase mode has been confirmed, and we have gameplay for you in this video.
And Daniel Bryan looking to put Kofi Kingston away for the tag team titles. Ooh, kick. Kingston's in trouble.
You've probably seen it from everybody else that happened to go out to Seattle. This is the first year I didn't go out. Daniel Bryan, the Daniel Bryan is returning to WWE showcase mode. I'm Eric. You can follow my videos in the back. I got a 2K14 story series we just started. Go check it out. But we're talking showcase. The other day I made a video talking about why I was wrong at showcase. Showcase mode used to be a mode that was in the video game that took a 2-year hiatus, and it is returning with Daniel Bryan. Now, I previously looked at showcase mode as not necessarily a bad thing because they were always enjoyable. The dev team always did a fantastic job with them. The video packages were phenomenal. But actually making content from them was like, it's a built playthrough, that's all you can do. I looked at it through the wrong lens, not as a historical, you just want to play it. The casual fan may want to play it. So now that showcase mode is returning with Daniel Bryan, and yes, we got gameplay. I mean, it was sent to us. We weren't out in Seattle. If you want to get the first-hand experiences, there's tons of great creators that went out to Seattle. Go check them out. You can find them. Luigi, Will, Tony, Brandon does everything, Macho, a bunch of writers went out there as well to check this out. So this is secondhand. This is what I was sent about showcase mode. Now, showcase mode this year will have 11 matches. 11 matches.
Here comes Daniel Bryan sending Kingston across the ring. And Daniel Bryan looking to put Kofi Kingston away for the tag team titles. Ooh, kick. Kingston's in trouble. The Kane are in peril.
The big red machine making the long climb to the top rope.
I don't think Bryan wanted Kane to make the tag.
Oh, not at all. He felt like he was in control, and now Kane is heading up top.
It's just a matter of time till this team implodes. We know they can't stand each other.
Kofi Kingston.
Look at Bryan. Bryan is hanging onto the ankle of Kane.
Kingston.
Crash and burn.
And now Daniel Bryan. Shoved away by Kane.
This is hilarious.
Bryan with a shot to Kane.
What is happening?
And that's Kane off the top rope. Splash into a cover. New tag team champion.
Oh my God.
No way.
Yes way.
That they've picked, that they said best represent the era of Daniel Bryan, his build, his progression with a 12th match. With a 12th match, that's a surprise. Now, I want to say this because when I made the video talking about showcase and I said, are we getting a Daniel Bryan showcase? And if we did get a Daniel Bryan showcase, what would that mean? Because as you know, a lot of people that are in Daniel Bryan's past are either no longer in WWE or they're not licensed by WWE to use. Now, obviously, Nexus is in a WWE product. It's a WWE trademark, but guys like Wade Barrett, Ryback, people that were a huge part of Daniel Bryan's build are no longer in the company. So will matches like that be in? I'm not sure. What about a guy like CM Punk? For those that don't know, 2K story, I'm making one on CM Punk. Would CM Punk be in there? Now, they did face off in 2012 quite a few times. I think 3 pay-per-view matches back-to-back. But does that contribute to his overall story? I honestly don't know. So I don't know what 11 matches are in except for the ones we've been sent, and we're going to show off with some gameplay in this video. So I'd love to know your guys' thoughts and opinions because 2K has to work within a set of licensing rules, everything that goes on into it. So as much as I want to come here and be like, they better have this match, truthfully, you can't do it. Like, I've been working on some side projects trying to license music, and trying to get licenses for stuff is not that easy. So I have a whole new appreciation for what they're able to put in. So as much as we might go, okay, that match better be in there, but then it's not in there, yeah, there's a lot of stuff to take into consideration. So the old Tubby Emu might come in and be like, yo, if we don't get this match, it's going to be this or this. That's not the case, man. I'm excited for this mode, specifically because it just gives you something else to do. Now, the one thing I've always stated, and this is my truthful and honest opinion, the dev team has always done a great job with showcase, but if showcase mode development of a single player one-time walkthrough took away time from, say, giving us a new mode or, you know, adding on to an existing mode, that's the only time I've ever had a problem with it. I thought that, you know, if you're dedicating time to showcase, you could possibly bring back, because I was salty AF, story creator, like, you know, going in and giving us all that stuff. But then if you saw the video a couple days ago, I talked to where Yeah, but look at the load times. Would they be able to do it? Going back to 2K14, the load times were fantastic on Xbox 360. If we got a story creator, would I be upset about that? So with Daniel Bryan's showcase, and you can see his yearbook photos, the screenshots from it, I think it's looking good. I think I think it'll resonate this year, because Showcase with Daniel Bryan is something that I think a lot of us fans can get into, especially those that have been watching the last 5 or 10 years, unlike Showcase modes of the past, where if you're a current fan, maybe you didn't watch the historical stuff. Maybe that's why you love doing it, because you saw video packages from eras that, you know, you may have forgotten, or maybe you weren't alive for. But now we have a central figure, Daniel Bryan, who I think at one point or another, you probably, and everybody has probably either rooted for or against Daniel Bryan, and you had a passionate reason to do it, whether you were cheering him on, whether he was cheating with the World Heavyweight Championship against like Mark Henry and Big Show, barely escaping as a heel. Daniel Bryan resonates, and I don't think if you're going to bring back Showcase, you could not have had a better person to feature the Showcase on than Daniel Bryan. So I want to give a big shout out to WWE 2K for bringing back Showcase mode. Like I said, truthfully, honestly, in the past, I've said get rid of Showcase, because if you put in Showcase and that took time over giving us like GM mode or something else, I thought that was a little silly. But me constantly shouting I want GM mode was also very silly, because as I made a video a couple weeks ago or last week talking about, we don't need GM mode anymore. We have universe mode, but how about a connected GM universe mode? So that's where I'm at here. That's where Showcase mode in the past, WMO may have been like, oh, Showcase is coming back. But because it's Daniel Bryan, you're like, dude, Showcase is coming back. Now, it will be one playthrough. There are multiple attires. I think the sheet said like 11 plus Daniel Bryan attires. Huge story. Velocity is back. So you have the gameplay from Velocity. Like one of the longest reigning stories, which was I thought was Daniel Bryan versus The Miz, because the whole rookie storyline, everything that they had going on. I totally spaced on the fact that Bryan Danielson faced John Cena back in 2003 at Velocity. And then if you look at him 10 years later at SummerSlam, beating John Cena for the title only to be screwed by the Authority, it makes me honestly think that there's a reason Vince McMahon puts everything through him. There's a, like, I know that sounds crazy, and I know a lot of people like, Tubby, they don't long-term book, they just do this. But I didn't even remember that. And to 10 years later have Daniel Bryan versus John Cena, which has to be in there. It has to be one of the matches. John Cena versus Daniel Bryan. I was there in person. It was the 2K14 release. That's when we got to hear a speech from Ultimate Warrior. So I think that match has got to be in there as a defining one if you're going to put in the Velocity. So what I had always thought it would revolve around Miz and Daniel Bryan. I thought that would be a great combination of matches to put through their career and to overlook it. I think an overlapping one with Miz next year, a Miz Showcase next year would be fantastic. And then really the next year even you could feature Daniel Bryan versus The Miz. So I'm excited for Showcase. It's probably going to be a one-time playthrough. I'm going to play it on the channel. But that doesn't take away from everything that the dev team is doing, and that's not going to, you know, the old WMO, like I said, probably would have been like, oh, man, Showcase is coming back. But when you got a guy like Daniel Bryan, you can't be upset. Because when Daniel Bryan's career was taken away by him, by injuries, I was like, no. And when we talked about it the other day, like, okay, what are they going to do in Showcase? Where does it end? Where is the natural storyline to end for Daniel Bryan? Do you end it at WrestleMania on the heyday? Do you go to Extreme Rules where he was forced to give up the title shortly thereafter because of the injury from Kane? Or do you end it at WrestleMania 34 with his return, which is, that's what they're stating, his match with Shane McMahon would be the natural defining ending moment in the Showcase. And after everything Daniel Bryan's done so far, you see the chapter now being written with a Miz. There's more to go for Daniel Bryan. So I'm excited for Showcase mode. I'm going to show you some gameplay. You're going to check it out. You've probably already seen it, but that's fine. So without further ado, here's some gameplay from WWE 2K19 featuring Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, and some others.
I've never had it easy in WWE. I've had injuries. I was released twice, and just when I had scratched and clawed my way to the top, my in-ring career was over. I could have sat at home, satisfied with what I accomplished, but I decided that's not how I wanted my story to end. I wanted to show myself, my family, and anyone who's gone through adversity in life that you need to take on whatever challenges you face and fight for your dreams.
Well, we might as well get on the Daniel Bryan bandwagon.
chanting in unison, yes, yes, yes.
Trust me, I don't want to be doing this any more than you guys want me to be doing this. You need to fight for your dreams. The truth is, I've been wrestling since I was 18 years old. That's what Daniel Bryan does, is he fights for his dreams. I have loved this in a way that I have never loved anything else. Fight for your dreams! Fight for your dreams! It is with a heavy heart. And if you fight for your dreams and the utmost sadness, your dreams will fight for you! That I officially announce my retirement. Will Daniel Bryan compete in a WWE ring again?
Pre-order the deluxe edition and play 4 days early.
Back in control of Cena, right back to the arm.
A great strategy, weaken the more powerful Cena by taking away one of his arms.
Bryan sticking to his wheelhouse, not taking any unnecessary risks here against John Cena.
Oh, just looking to control and neutralize the bigger man. Cena, though, back to his feet, and Bryan continues to work on the arm, but now Cena, test of strength, and you don't want to get into a power battle with John.
Absolutely not.
Walks in, what's Randy Orton gonna do?
Will the Viper tap out?
Orton's in serious trouble.
Trying to drag himself to the ropes, but remember, the ropes aren't gonna cause a break here.
Guys.
Because it's a street fight, and Orton with a kendo stick. Whoa!
Repeated strikes with a kendo stick. Orton wearing the weapon out on Daniel Bryan's body.
Just what the WWE's Apex Predator needs is a weapon.
It's all perfectly legal.
Now you will find absolutely, oh my gosh, no remorse whatsoever from Randy Orton.
All the frustration inside the Viper bubbling over. Orton's like a man possessed. This won't end well.
And he's got Bryan on the second rope. Randy Orton could be closing in on a victory. Oh, vintage Orton with a DDT.
I think that's the beginning of the end, gentlemen. Randy Orton seems to be preparing to go to that place.
Randy Orton is focused. Randy Orton could be closing in on victory.
Looking for the RKO. No.
Backslide by Bryan. Shoulders are down. Orton kicks out. Now on a kick by Daniel Bryan, and now kendo stick in hand. And Bryan unloading on Orton.
Bryan returning.
Daniel Bryan using the kendo stick for leverage. And Orton taps out. Randy Orton taps out.
What a win for Daniel Bryan.
Career-defining win for Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan with one of the biggest victories of his career.
Now we knew it was going to be a physically grueling battle between Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton, and boy did Bryan earn this.
Gotta give it up to him. Gotta give it up to Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan's going to be feeling the effects of this one for some time.
Oh, hold on.
Orton offering a sign of respect.
That's what you love to see. Two great superstars, two great warriors displaying their mutual respect for each other.